Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leo, now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 42-yard line.
Check 13. Jim.
On 2nd down now. Jefferson, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Rock it. Look at me. Go. Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Jefferson, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Break.
Block 52. 52's the mic.
Go out.
Wide. Get wide. Safe. Chance.
Hard.
Check 52.
On 2nd down, Jefferson. And some space here. Past the 20, 10, and he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 45 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, high 7. Ready to go.
Check.
80 weapon.
Target.
Shoot.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Check 99. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, Sam on.
Check. Hey,
Deep rip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Well, they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Watch the twist. Check the backer. Show it up.
Hey, lock it.
Kill.
Go.
Check 3.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Check 26. Leo. Snap.
They run the counter. Jefferson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
91.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They run the counter. Jefferson. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Check. Fresno.
Alert three.
Look at me. Door. You're out. Tight door.
They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Higgins out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Jefferson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Niners take over 4th and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down now, it's Armstrong. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here we go, here we go. 60 out more. Bravo.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And 58 is
Now.
Here's the money. I smell fear in that offense.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Mike 52.
On play action, it's Murray. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready, ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 1st down, Armstrong. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Check.
He's checking. Crash. Check 3. Watch the eye.
Here's 2nd and 8. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. No.
Hey, lock it. Rest in. Be careful.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a give right side. It's Armstrong. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Armstrong. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, Alpha.
He'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now here we go on 4th down with Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Armstrong. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down now. It's Armstrong. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check. Sponge. No. Wide.
On 3rd down, it's Armstrong. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. His kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Jefferson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Murray going to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Murray now. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Murray looking looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run on 1st down. Jefferson, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, Jefferson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Safety's creeping.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They run the counter. Jefferson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different?
True.
You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a 2nd field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick here is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 29-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. He's got Givens. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ready, you're out. 52's the mic. Switch. Under 10, 10. What? Go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got his tight end Fant. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They run the counter. Jefferson, and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he will find his man on the outside. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. How about that, partner? Not only a 4th down conversion in a tie game, a 4th down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And